We are doing a bit of a European traveling around. We started in Germany, then we came back to Holland, to the Delta region. Now we were in Zurich, and let's go to Eastern Europe. I would like to present to you Hendrik Westerbeek. He is working at a foundation trying to stimulate professionals in the geoinformation sector. Is that correct, Hendrik? And he is also working with the Kadaster, so it's some kind of a home game for you. This is the Kadaster room, so you're at home as well. I said I lived here, but this is really your room. So please, Hendrik, go ahead and...
My favorite game. I'm a little bit customer oriented, so I thought to myself, who are my customers? If I would ask myself this question, and my main customers these days are my grandchildren, and they like to play with me what we call toot-toot. Toot-toot is I put my leg on the table, and I give them a question about reptiles or things like that, and only when they have the good answer to the question, I lift my leg. And then they run around the table, and we start again. And in this period of running around the table, I'm saying toot, 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 toot. Basically, I got this from the movie Jaws, when you know what this shark came, you heard the music. So they call it toot, toot. This is our favorite game. I like to play a game with you now. Don't worry, you can sit. But don't worry. But I want to change your mindset now. Please consider yourself to be students in a high-level university doing a Geodesign master course, and you just finished successfully your urban assessment. And now I am your new teacher, and I'm now presenting you your next assessment, which I would call your rural assessment. I'm bringing you to one of the most promising cultural, economical, agricultural areas of the world. This is what we call Central and Eastern European countries. I am Hendrik Westerbeek. Yes, I'm old. That's true. I was born 1953, not 4 after World War II. Not for after really a recession in this country of the 1930s. I was born in one of the poorest areas of this country, and I was lucky to experience the very fast growth socially, economically of this country. More than 40 years I'm working in land administration issues for the Dutch National Cadastre, and since the fall of the Berlin Wall, I was also included in all kinds of activities in Central and Eastern Europe. And we are in trouble. After 20 years of work there, because just this year, the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, by their chair, in January in Berlin said, okay, Eastern Europe and a large part of Central Asia has large untapped production potential. Let's see that in the Central and Eastern European part of Europe, also in Central Asia, only 25% of the food production potential is used now. It's getting worse. We have to solve this food production problem. You as a student has to come up with ideas. As your teacher, I must say this is not the solution. I mean, you have to come up with other solutions. And the problem is even worse is if we look at the World Bank. This year the World Bank said it's getting worse even in that region, because the climate change will even decrease this 25% with another 25% if we don't solve anything. Then we see that for us as geodesigners, we are now lucky because there are solutions with us as professionals, because also our Ministry of Foreign Affairs launched a program, and they called it Geodata for Agriculture and Food, it said, but it's agriculture and water, I must say. So we are lucky as students that our governments see that geodata can provide us with solutions. And not only our governments, but also these organizations like USAID see possibilities not only in geodata but in the profession where I am in, that they launched this year, just a few weeks ago, a land administration program to improve agricultural rural productivity. Of course, we have already some successes. This is an example of Hungary. This was before land consolidation, let's say, and this was after land consolidation, so you can see immediately that the right area might be more productive than the left one. What we see is that if we want to organize ourselves a land consolidation project, we badly need the list of entitled persons in that certain area. And that's very problematic in the Central and Eastern European region, ever since they had a period of interruption of 40, 50 years when they had this socialistic system in which they didn't maintain their individual ownership rights registers. So they have to go back to the inheritance of those former owners. This is really a big puzzle. But we need this list of persons, so also for you as students come up with ideas how we do this in the best way. Also we have some challenges. Maybe we use some of these technologies we have discussed today. I'm asking you to develop a game to solve this kinds of problems, because this is taking too long time. And what we saw already this morning when you were here in this room with Karl Steinitz, he also said if we're talking about participatory geodesign, we have to look at the parties with whom we play the participatory game. And this is a problem in Central and Eastern Europe, because he put forward the question, is the government one of those parties or not? In the game in Central and Eastern Europe, there is a kind of mistrust between people and the government, so we also have to solve that in your assessment. These are examples not so good, I see. I took with me from Croatia last week. I'm working in Croatia. We are working on a project what is called Homogenization of Cadastral Map. It's only a technical thing. But look at this one. This is a lake. And you see that here there is still the structure of cadastral maps of the 19th century from the Austrian-Hungarian time. So you see that on the bottom of this lake still you have parcels and ownership rights to be solved. Here you see that the cadastral map boundaries are totally different from the current status of reality, because this cadastral map is confronted here with the orthophoto from current reality. And here you have some other examples, and sometimes it's quite okay. But here you can see there are already roads, but still there is some agricultural cadastral ownership profile. And these are some more examples. Like here you see that the cadastral map still brings forward these kinds of boundaries as this island already developed towards this shape. And these are more examples. Here you see that these cadastral parcels still are in the sea. So this is an area where it's quite suitable. So you are lucky in your assessment that you also have some good situations. And the last one is gone. Last one is gone, but this is the most important one for you as students. No, McDonald's again, they're lucky. Oh, that was the last one. The last one was a slide with questions to you, how to accelerate this process, and I would like to give you 3 months for coming up with reports idea. I really appreciate a multidisciplinary approach, and you can find me on LinkedIn, and you can send your proposals to the address that you find there. Thank you very much.